loose like how I knew I was sharing. I don't say what's on my mind, I be sparing. Tell them don't believe anything that you be hearing. On the guys, on the grind, necessary. Had an for caddy, so I pull up in the shit.
Man, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of EOS. It's 1090 Jake, man. I'm rocking with y'all rocking with me. And for this video, we're going to be speaking on Mellow Bucks and her album release party turning into one of Chicago's deadliest recent mass shootings.
3 shooters pulled up in a black SUV and opened fire as people were leaving an album release party, as many of them were pouring out of this lounge.
Traumatized, and I'm just shook.
I heard a lot of gunfire, and then the next thing you know is a whole bunch of police officers driving by fast, ambulance, fire and rescue.
Absolute chaos, from people screaming to blood on the streets to people laying on the streets.
July 2nd, 2025. A black car drove up, opening fire on a crowd of people gathered outside the Artist Restaurant and Lounge. This was the near North Side neighborhood of Chicago, just blocks away from the luxurious Gold Coast. This whole area was money, business, and luxury. But as big as Chicago is, it can be too small when it comes to violence. And Chicago has time and time again shown us nowhere is safe. CCTV video would show muzzle flashes coming from a black Honda, and in a matter of seconds, 18 people were shot on the sidewalk. One of the worst mass shootings to hit Chicago in recent years, and this wasn't a random act of violence either. This was 100% targeted. A police investigation would learn 24-year-old Chicago rapper Mellow Bucks was hosting her album release party at the Lounge. Detectives are still unsure who the actual target was, as Mello had already left the area when the shooting erupted. A witness observed the suspect vehicle circle the front of the club to see who was there. When they came back around, they opened fire. Handgun and rifle rounds were recovered, and spent shell casings would be found outside and inside the club, meaning there was more than just the shooters in the vehicle. More than likely, someone was firing back. Law enforcement along with EMS tended to the wounded, rushing victims to the hospital. Of the 18 that had been shot, 4 of them were killed. 25-year-old Leon Henry was shot in the head, 23-year-old Devontae Williamson, 26-year-old Taylor Walker, and 27-year-old Aviance King were all shot in the chest. Chicago's Sun-Times would highlight the rapper Mellow Bucks appears to claim an affiliation to NLMB, a faction of both Black P. Stones and Gangsta Disciples. A two-set alliance, No Limit, the P. Stones, are based around 79th and Essex. Muskegon Boys, the GDs, are based around 78th and Muskegon, both areas located within the South Shore neighborhood on the east side of Chicago. NLMB has become nationally known through the rise of drill with rappers like G Herbo and Lil Bibby. But within the city known as Chirac, NLMB is known for allegedly being behind some of the most ruthless murders in Chicago. NLMB has been suspected of killing 2 brothers years apart. KTS Vaughn would drop a music video that's one of the darkest videos in Chicago drill history. A hoodie saying "fuck your dead homie" would list multiple members of NLMB who were killed, with "get whacked" written at the bottom. And 2 months after the music video dropped, KTS Vaughn got whacked. 5 years later, KTS Dre, the older brother of Vaughn, had just been fitted with an electronic monitor bracelet as he was being released from jail. Exiting the Cook County Jail, he was ambushed and shot 64 fucking times. Back in 2017, 21-year-old rapper Shooter Shells dropped a song called Death of 150. NLMB was known to go by 150 Dream Team, and the song was a direct diss. 3 months later, Shells was walking up to a car at 9:30 in the morning when 3 shooters walked him down, stood over him, and left holes big enough in his head to see through. They fired a total of 43 times. The images of shooter shells laying on the floor would hit the internet, and because of that picture, this murder is still to this day considered one of the most brutal. So brutal the feds even investigated it, but were unable to arrest anyone. That same year, a 37-year-old member of NLMB was shot and killed. His name was Big Wet. And the very next day, his 19-year-old son, Lil Wet, would allegedly commit a quadruple murder to avenge his dad. 5 days after the shooting, Lil Wet would be charged with all 4 murders, 2 of his victims being brothers who were visiting their mom at the restaurant she worked at. 4 years later, all charges against Lil Wet were dropped due to lack of evidence. NLMB has a violent, bloody, and deadly reputation, so best believe they have a long list of ops who wouldn't hesitate to kill them. With Mellow Buck's party being publicized, it's more likely that she wasn't the actual target, but any NLMB members in attendance. Come to find out, NLMB Doo-Wop could be seen on video being carried from the scene as he was one of the shooting victims. Doo-Wop is a known associate of both G Herbo as well as Chief Keef going back years. Mellow Bucks would take to Instagram heartbroken. Not only did she lose her boyfriend, she lost her 2 best friends, all in the same night. Her album release was supposed to be a pure celebration of her success, but instead has turned to a tragedy that will forever haunt her. Her best friends were taking videos of her all night, posting them to Instagram, and Mello can be seen with an armed security guard following her every step. The crowd inside the lounge seems to be primarily women, and the vibes were harmless. They felt safe, everyone cheering as Mello rapped. But the whole time, men inside of a car lurked around the area, waiting to kill whoever came out. 600 Breezy would take to Instagram paying respects to AV, showing support to Mello, and calling out the shooters saying, "Y'all shot all them girls. Bitches for real. Get out the car and get your target. Innocent women and kids, ain't no points." The total number of women shot isn't known at this time, but what is known is 2 were killed, while 4 more were transported to hospitals in critical condition, ranging in ages from 21 to 31, and suffering gunshots to the back, leg, body, and even face. Sadly, Chicago wouldn't be Chicago without the dissing, and YFG Fatso wasted no time.
That ass, you think this shit a game? Cool. Most shit happened too though. If you know, you know. After that though, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Hey, tell that redhead bitch who always following behind No Limit. You trolling bitch, that ain't in your hood, but go check on them though, you goofy ass little boy.
I heard a bitch got a free ass shot.
Bitch got a free ass shot.
Yeah.
Doctor for them.
Keep in mind this kid's like 17, but his words have definitely caught everyone's attention. This will be a case that takes priority for detectives in Chicago, as mass shootings with multiple killings are cases where everyone wants an example to be made. Recklessly firing into a crowd that's majority women isn't honored in any hood, but in all reality, is there anything honorable left in the streets? Chicago's seen it all for generation after generation, and even with the fire department literally spraying the blood off the concrete, it's guaranteed the bloodshed doesn't end here. Now this is rough, and unfortunately this is Chicago. This is the reality of gangbanging. This is the reality of having an affiliation, whether you're a full-blown gang member, whether you're just an associate. Even knowing certain people can cause anything you do to become targeted. I don't believe Mellow Bucks was the target of this shooting, but I think they used her event as a means to attempt to catch somebody else. And if you saw the video from the scene, it's just crazy that people will pull up and fire off into a crowd of majority women with no regard for anybody. But then again, it's like, how can you expect them to have regard for anyone when they're pulling up to kill? You know, it's like, it's just a sad situation all the way around the board. She lost her boyfriend and her 2 best friends in the same night. A night that was meant to celebrate her success. And you know, people are gonna come out with the conspiracy theories and she sold it, all that stupid shit. It's just tough, and I guarantee you she's gonna have survivor's guilt. And that's why they say things like it's lonely at the top. There's always things that happen that make you look at life differently, make you question if you really want this, if you want to keep pushing. And this is just something that she's gonna have to push through. You know, that would be the best way for her to honor her boyfriend and her 2 best friends, is to keep pushing through, keep finding success, and leave that city in the past. But my condolences to the victim's family and to Mello. Drop y'all's thoughts in the comment section. It's 1090 Jake. I'm rocking with y'all and y'all rocking with me. Until next time.
Thank y'all for tuning in. My name is Swindowiee. It been real. You feel me? Make sure y'all go ahead. And I'm ugly. I'm with the guys.